KXNews.com.
Although fall is in the air and visitation to Minot Parks is winding down, acts of vandalism have been on the rise. Taylor Rosario tells us the effect of these crimes and how park staff and law enforcement are keeping an eye out for perpetrators.
It's really hard to stomach when people do that. It's really not smart.
The executive director of the Minot Park District says some recent visitors to the park have not been friendly.
We've seen an uptick in vandalism. We're seeing some graffiti, typical things like that. We saw some damage to siding at our amphitheater in Oak Park.
But according to local law enforcement, calls are staying steady for these types of crimes.
In the last couple of years, we've averaged about one case a month being reported to us. We're also well aware that that's grossly underrepresentative of the actual events that are occurring.
Merritt says the repairs for vandalism average at about $15,000 a year for the parks, and one year even saw $30,000 go toward fixing up affected areas. And although these crimes can be considered low level and might be a simple fine, the punishment for them can escalate quickly.
If there's a larger series of events that can be aggregated into much more larger financial loss, that could potentially become prosecuted as a felony case.
And these events are costing the parks more than just cleanup labor.
It costs our taxpayers money because we have to repair the damage that is done. Takes our staff away from other things that they're trying to do. This time of the year, all of our seasonal staff are gone.
Merritt says staff in the parks have taken action to prevent more of these crimes from happening.
We're putting up security cameras, which is another expense that we'd rather not be spending the money on those, but it's necessary.
Overall, both law enforcement and park staff are reminding community members to keep an eye out in order to keep the parks safe and clean.
But be a good witness, and then let us follow up and see if we can identify the person.
Citizens, they own all of the things that we take care of, so we want them to help us out and make sure that things stay nice.
Reporting in Minot for KX News, Taylor Rosario.
Both the Parks Department and police say if you see any vandalism activity, to call either one and make a report.
Coming up next on KX News at 5.